I'm pulling up on these liberals. Put some respect on my. Put some respect on my. Put some respect on my. That's right, you all. I hate to have this conversation, but it seems like some of these liberals, they're just obsessed with and can't get enough of talking about my vajayjay. So if you are 18 and over, feel free to listen to this video. But if you are under 18, then I recommend you turn it off right now or go somewhere else and listen to my other videos. Y'all, I can't believe we having this conversation. That's right, you heard it right. We're talking about the poo-poo, the nana, the cooter cat, the kitten, the kitty, the pum-pum, the box, the lockbox, the purse, the snatch, the vajayjay, the Gina, the Yoni, the cuckoo, the coochie, the hoochie coochie, the sanctuary, the yum yum. Yes, we are, child. Not that I want to have this conversation, but seems like a lot of men do. So here we go. I gotta pull up on these liberals. Hey y'all, I'm Dr. Kia Pruitt. This is January the 15th, 2022. And I am in a great mood. I got time today. Before we get in talking about the poo-poo, let's take a minute to look at how much weight mama is losing. Woo! I'm feeling good. I don't have to wear my waist trainer anymore. All that COVID weight is just falling right off from a water fast. And then fresh fruits and vegetables, raw only. That's what I did for the month. And I've lost so much weight and I feel mighty fine. So why are we talking about the snatch today? Listen here, fellas. I need you to put some respect on my, okay? How about that? So let's talk about what's been going on. You all know that I've been deemed a conservative. And I've been talking about how we're at a war and how, we are going through a time period of a great awakening, the golden era, and how we have our extraterrestrial brothers and sisters here helping us to liberate the planet. And I've been on so many broadcasts and so many people's shows talking about how number 45, the Galactic Federation, Nasara White Knights, and military white hats have been liberating the planet. And I think I'm doing just a great job, right? Well, some men just keep coming on these broadcasts saying, Pruitt, you hate your people. You are a racist, and Uncle Tom, a crazy conservative, a right-wing lump nut. You must want to be grabbed by the... And I'm like, what? How is it that this is okay for men to talk like that to women? Ladies, let me tell you, the first time I heard it, I was livid. Like, what in the world? And then the men who were on the broadcast, they just allowed it and they laughed and they made fun and they said, oh yeah, she just wants to be grabbed by the... And I said, oh my God, I can't believe you all are allowing this. So then I said, I'm just going to maintain my integrity and be quiet and let these fools act a plumb nut. Because if it's one thing I learned, is men spent 9 months in the womb and they will do anything in their power to get right back up there if they can. So they can talk about you all day long, don't matter how fat you are, how skinny, what color you are, where you come from, whether or not your toenails match your fingernails, it don't matter. Most men are trying to get up in the sanctuary to worship the goddess. So I just let it go by, but these men keep being fascinated and obsessed with my cooter cat. So I said, let me just leave it alone and be kind. Because they would do this on live broadcasts and they would catch me off guard. Now these are the same guys who are trying to make me look like a nut and trying to talk about my body parts, but they be in my inbox talking about, I don't know if I want to fight you or you. And I'm like, oh my God, is this how we talking to women today? Is this the courtship 2021, 2022 version of how we acting now? Weirdos. So I just let it go. And I said, you know what, Pruitt? Just let these people show themselves and just use it to your advantage. So I did. Now, you can judge me if you want. I don't give two patooties. But let me say something right here to the women. Men will do whatever it takes to experience the kitten, the pom pom, the box, the purse, the snatch, the Gina, the vajayjay, the yum yum, the delicious. Yes, they will. So, true story. One such fellow who was always trying to disparage me on these broadcasts calls me through the messenger. Dr. Pruitt, let me do his voice. Dr. Pruitt, Dr. Pruitt, I just want you to know that I was going to give you a gift. I said, oh, yes, darling. Well, that's nice. Now, I'm thinking in the back of my mind that this is one of the guys who's so disrespectful to me, right? Who wants to argue and call me names and say I just want to be grabbed by the cooter because allegedly that's what Donald Trump said. So since I support Donald Trump, I must want to be one of them candidates. So I just said, oh, yeah, well, that's nice. And he said, well, I'm outside your door. And I thought, oh my God, I never gave this fella my number, my address, my nothing. You're outside my door? Yeah, I just wanted to drop by, I said, well, what address are you at? Because I looked outside the window and I didn't see him. And I was like, this is kind of scary. And he said, well, I'm at such and such and such address. This is when I lived in Kentucky. And so I said, oh, that's my ex-husband's house. I haven't lived there in ages. And he said, well, I want to drop off these gifts to you. I got some jewelry and some perfume and some things that you might need, because I just wanted to show you how much I appreciate you. But you got a whole bunch of dogs outside on the porch. And I said, oh, you mean those pit bulls? Those little babies? Well, you're not scared of a little bitty cub, are you? You mean the little pets? The puppies? You're not afraid, are you? He said, oh, no, I'm not afraid. I didn't know, should I come up to the door? I said, just be a dear and drop them off. And so he went to my ex-husband's house, mind you, and dropped off some gifts because he wanted to experience the pom pom. So when he comes up to the door, the dogs are barking and going plumb nuts. Then my sons come out. One of my sons, adult sons, come out with his gun on his holster. Can I help you? And I get a phone call from my ex-husband like, you got one of your fans coming up to my house. Pruitt, what's wrong with you? I said, these nuts. These are the same ones that always yelling at me, telling me I'm a Uncle Tom Lum nut and I'm a conspiracy theorist and, something's wrong with me. And so the gentleman dropped off the gift and kept calling me, kept sending gifts. I don't know what it is about some of these people, but let me just take the time right now to say, liberals, put some respect on my, okay? Now, ladies, true story. There is something about these men that might want to disparage you or name call you or talk about you, but in all your ways, maintain your integrity. Now, of course, I had my sons to deal with some of these men, but it's just something about men that are fascinated with the yoni and sanctuary of a woman. Ladies, this is the most sacred space in the whole world. Your yoni, your sanctuary, your sacred place is something that you should reverence because no man is going to put respect on her if you don't put respect on her. Okay? So you say, Pruitt, I'm tired of these men disrespecting me. Listen, you have to put respect on the plum plum. That means you have to be very careful and mindful of who you allow in your sacred place. This is the place that gives him comfort, peace. It rejuvenates a man. Your mere essence, your presence, who you are as a lady inspires men. It inspires women. Your beauty, everything about a woman is God is. Godis. You are God. You nurtured a man. So put some respect on your own, Yoni, and make them respect you just by being kind, polite, and lovely. Now, true story. I don't advise everybody to do this, but I was out with a gentleman who was courting me, and he and I were at this fancy Asian restaurant. We were sitting down having just a lovely candlelight dinner, and he says to me, Dr. Pruitt, what is that wonderful aroma? Oh my God, it smells like cinnamon and apples. And I kindly leaned over to him because he was courting me and we were in a relationship. And I said, thank you. It's the vajayjay. And then I walked away and went to the restroom. That gentleman paid bills, bought gifts, everything to prove that he was worthy enough for the vajayjay. Now, I'm not saying use it, but I am saying that these men will do whatever. So even if they're acting a nut, just be kind. Just be respectful. Just have an air of love and joy and peace. Smell good. Look good. Let them act a plum nut if they want to. The men in your life will take care of them. My sons took care of the disrespectful ones. But I'll tell you right now, they pay bills. They've done all kind of things just to prove that they were worthy. Now, I don't understand this. Somebody can help me out. I really don't. But it's the way of a man. These are the same men that continue to get online and talk about me. And it just was really bothering me and made me want to come online and say, put some respect on my sanctuary. Okay? I don't need you to talk about whether or not I need somebody to grab her. No, I do not. That is not appropriate language. Okay? But somebody might need to hear this since we're on the subject of the vajayjay. Listen, she's sacred. She should smell good. She should taste good. She should be lovely. And she should always be a representation of you. What does that mean? Just for those who are like, okay, well, I've been wanting to know how to put some respect on my pom pom. Well, I'll tell you. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables, but particularly fruits, because fruit not only cleanses you and has fiber that will cleanse the impurities out of her, but fruit will make sure that she has the sweetest aroma and the sweetest taste, okay? So that's diet. Stay away from starches, stay away from a lot of meats, stay away from a lot of bad foods, and eat lots of fruits. Secondly, drink lots of water because the water is going to purify you and keep her alkaline and smelling fresh. Okay, so make sure you drink lots of water. Next, treat her with love and respect. Just like you love on, nurture, and massage your pets, you should be loving on, nurturing, and taking good care of the cooter cat. Okay, so let me also tell you about Yoni Steams. Yoni Steams, I mean, since y'all obsessed with the cooter, since y'all just can't stop talking about my cuckoo, my kitten, my pom pom, my yum yum, the box, the snatch, let me just go ahead and educate you. There's a such thing called the Yoni Steam. The Yoni Steam is a steam that is comprised of a whole lot of nice, delicious herbs. So what you do, you can go to some of your health food stores or your women groups, and what they do is they put a packet of beautiful, yummy herbs together, and they put it in a bowl, put some hot steaming water in it. You sit on a commode or something like a commode. You put that steam full of herbs underneath you, and you cover it up with the towel over. Well, you have to spread out the sanctuary. And then you put the towel on top of it, and let the steam get all up in there and cleanse and purge her out from filth, purge her out from bacteria, from germs, from even those men that have experienced the yaya. Okay, so cleanse her. You will feel so revitalized and so refreshed. And when you cleanse her, the steam will go inside your entire body and purge all those impurities out. Okay, so ladies, steam her, cleanse her, eat healthy foods, drink lots of water, and take care of her. Always be mindful of who and what you allow inside the sanctuary, because the sanctuary is perfect, because the sanctuary is a place of peace, because the sanctuary is the place of joy, because the sanctuary is the place that is revitalizing, because the sanctuary is a place of refreshment and rejuvenation. So fellas, put some respect on the cooter cat. But ladies, a brother and a fella won't put respect on it until you do that. So be very, very mindful of who you allow in the sanctuary. That's all I want to say today. Except for I do want to encourage men to please. This was a little comical, but men, please learn to be respectful of women. Learn. It shouldn't be that hard to be kind and loving and respectful. Be a gentleman. We all know what you desire. And there's nothing wrong with desiring a lady or desiring to be rejuvenated and inspired by being in her sacred space. But you have to be respectful and mindful that your mother is a goddess. Your sister, your wife, she's a woman. So treat us with love and respect. And prove yourself worthy. That's all you have to do. Work hard. Like in the old days, slay some dragons. Work hard and prove that you're worthy instead of being disrespectful. We do have a tendency to respond well to respect. Slay some dragons and prove you're worthy. This is Dr. Pruitt. I love you all. Sorry I had to come on here and address this, but it continues to be a conversation. Don't worry about what's going on down in the sanctuary. If you'd like to enter the sanctuary, then you need to prove that you're a good gentleman that can provide and protect and respect the goddess that you're trying to bring into your life. I love you all. Make this a great day. Mwah. Peace.